Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now Gordon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. Going, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lambo is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Packers nothing.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And playoff games in and of themselves, we know they're pressure-filled. That's not breaking any news, but you have to wonder how much added pressure this team feels, given that a perfect season is on the line. They heard it during the regular season. Now they've sat at home for 2 weeks hearing about it. Can they handle that as well as the team that they're facing in order to try and advance?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
50-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
The pass complete to Tyler Higbee. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Back again, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
That's the end.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
3.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown, Packers. Tyler Higbee there to make the grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. at their own 29.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
34-yard line.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
The handoff.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
on second down now. It's Williams. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Damian Williams on
the Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Winston now from the 50. Williams loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Not much there, only a yard. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Still 15 yards to go. Second down. Now Winston. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Winston's pass. Complete.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And it's third down.
On third down, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
2nd and 2.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Stepping up, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The left side caught by Diggs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again with Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
Getting
line.
set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 15. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On second down, Winston again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half.
4 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers doing battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded in the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 26, check 26.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are pouring it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
And Winston lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
13-yard line.
2nd and 5. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
Touchdown, Packers! Tyler Higbee, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
49ers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
7. And the 49er.
They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. It's
on 2nd down. It's Gordon, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Gordon on
a gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 11 now.
Bus formation, bus formation. Come on, boys, come on.
They'll try to throw now. Winston steps away. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Winston. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Just like that. 57 to mine.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon able to fight through one tackle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon.
Josh Lambo set.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back.
The ball
only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
27-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abuka able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jameis to throw it. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, second down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the gun. They'll try to run it. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Under 10. Under 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up
this drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
49ers 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. The first down throw for Winston. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing, Winston. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll throw again. Winston. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.